Alright guys, so now that we got some good fundamental concepts that we have to understand what happens in the golf swing, what our body does during the golf swing, and we've also got a couple of these nice little practice swings in us, watching a mirror so you can actually see yourself doing this, videotape yourself doing that kind of stuff. The next portion of this is to actually learn how to make contact with something. So what I've done is I placed the tee onto the ground. You can use a leaf, you can use a little pebble, you can use whatever you got around the house to make some contact. I don't want you hitting golf balls yet. Golf balls are difficult because they bring in a negative aspect into the thing. So we start to try to do too much and try to create a flight with poor fundamentals, poor basics, and just a poor understanding of how to make the golf ball do what we want to do. So first and foremost, let's get some really good basics down. Again, club goes into the fingers, the V on our lead side hand pointed up toward our trail pec, the trail hand, our right hand matching that V. From there, we've made some good swings going back and forward, understanding that there's an element of turning to the right, a turning to the left. Brought ourselves down to the ground a little bit with the element of lifting the golf club on both directions and allowing the golf club to go back down. The next portion is how we get into the setup position. So again, what I want you to do, making sure that the grip is in a good spot, start from a position where the club's above our head. As we do that, we're going to bend from our waist forward, have the angle from our legs and our hips, and then allow our arms to drop. So from a face-on view, you're going to notice that my right shoulder is going to be a touch bit lower than my left shoulder. My left hip will be a touch bit higher than my right hip. So as I set up to it, club above my hands in this direction. Arms are pretty soft and pretty wiggly right here. From here, we're going to bend from our waist, lock legs, allow our arms to relax down, and then we're going to start to see a little bit of right side lower than left. Then from the down the line view, you're going to see the lead arm, our left arm, on top of our right arm. That's going to get you in a really good spot to start, because our shoulders, our hips kind of dictate where we want to hit the golf ball. The club face tells the ball where to go. Our shoulders will tell the path of the golf club. Again, there's a nice circular motion in the game of golf. Our shoulders really help dictate that positioning. So if my shoulders are too far to left, when I come to the base of contact, it's going to typically get my golf ball to start to the left and curve. If it doesn't curve, it will start to the left and go farther left. So that's more the element of my shoulders being left. So I want to make sure that when I start, my shoulders are a little bit to the right of where I want the golf ball to go, because I would love to see the golf club work inward to hit the inside portion of the golf ball, and then also work inward on the forward golf swing. So it's that end-to-end motion, again going back to that old saloon door. So as I set up to that tee, we're going to get in that good setup position, point the golf club up towards the sky, bend from the waist, let the arms relax. From here, we're going to have that element of turning to the right as the arms swing up. And then from there, I want to try to point the golf club at the target. So taking my good grip, my right side a little bit lower than my left, so my left arm is above my right. Turn to the right, point the golf club where I want the ball to go. Arms swing back down as I turn to the left and try to get my knees to touch. So you notice there I hit my tee. I succeeded on what I was trying to do. A lot of us won't have that same success at the beginning. And you notice how slow I went to start. Setup position, grip's good. We're gonna turn to the right, point the golf club, back down. I missed the tee that time. I'm not gonna be too upset if I miss the tee. It's not a big deal. I wanna be able to give myself some repetition on trying to hit an object. So I clipped the tee that time, I'm happy. I'll do this again and again, starting from up here, working my way back down, turn and point the golf club, back to the ground, turn through. I successfully hit my tee. And you're gonna do this over and over and over again until you really start hitting that object quite regularly. That's the biggest concept, is to be able to interact with the object. As I swing this golf club up and down, back up again, that object on the ground is just simply getting in the way. I can take my head and I can look over here, I can look at the camera, I can do a bunch of different stuff while I look at the camera and do this, so I don't need to keep my head down to create some impact. It doesn't matter. As long as we're swinging the golf club up, down, up again, we're gonna be successful. From there, it just takes time to make good contact with an object. A tee, a pine cone, I don't care what you use. So when we set that tee up again and again, the better that I can get at standing to the golf ball and getting that setup position. Turn to the right, turn to the left, arm swing up, arm swing down. And then you'll start finding that tee repeatedly. When you start to find that tee repeatedly, you know you're doing something correct. Once you've done that for a couple practice sessions, I would suggest doing this for at least 5 practice sessions for 15 to 30 minutes apiece before you actually put a golf ball down. Once you feel comfortable with that, go ahead and place a golf ball down and see what happens to the golf ball. From there, it's a change in ball position and a change in grip to help change the flight. So that's going to be the next portion of our series. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed.